I wanted to shoot you this quick video to show you how my binary options robot is doing in September. It's been a bit of a slow start for me for my binary options. As you can see in August here, if I go down August, there's lots and lots of wins. But anyway, I wanted to show you September and show you what's been going on. So I've got this robot was started on the 1st of September. Okay. I ended the robot on the 25th of August, stopped it, and then I was going to try a new strategy, which I did, and a different asset. So now I set up a robot on the 1st of September. As you can see, I've got a profit there of $96. Okay, so if I just show you that, it made one trade, and that was straight away a winning trade. It got past my profit target because I set a profit target. And it made me, as you can see there, $96. So then I've got this robot that's got 96, and that was started on the 4th. So maybe you're wondering, why is that one started on the 4th of September? What happened to the 2nd and the 3rd? Well, this robot here was created on the 1st of September, and before it actually placed a trade, it doesn't mean to say it was going to place that trade on the 1st of September, because obviously the robot reads the charts, see what's going on the charts before it makes a decision to say, yes, I'm going to make a trade. So the conditions have to be right. And that actually took a couple of days before the robot did its trade, won that trade, and then it created the new robot because it duplicated a winning, because it wins, and it made a profit. It duplicates automatically the robot again, the same settings, and just goes into and creates the next robot. So this one was started on the 4th. Okay, as you can see there's a profit of $96. Okay, now you can see on the 4th of September at the same time, this robot was also started. So you got two robots in on the first day, but this one only made $28, but this one made $96. So let's have a look at why this one, because you can see here the next robot was not started until the 15th of September. So that's quite a big gap, which was yesterday. Okay. So this robot finished on the 15th of September. So that's, as I say, that's quite a big gap. So what happened to all the days between the 4th and the 15th? So let's just have a look. So if I click on this $28, you can see that this robot started here. The first trade it made, it lost. Okay, it lost. And then it made another trade and it won. So it sort of almost broke even. Well, obviously, I don't want to stop the robot on a break even. I want to stop the robot when it's in a profit. And then it made a trade. It lost. Then it won. As you can see, these are losing trades going down, and this is up and down. So the robot's trying to make decisions to make these wins. And then when you get right down the bottom here, you can see that this is the lowest point, the most amount of money that the robot was in debt with. Okay, so it knew that it had to have a series of winning trades before it could get me into the profit margin. Okay, now I only set my profit very low amount because any profit is profit to me. But as you can see, that this robot's run from the 4th of September. If you look down the bottom here, there's the timeline all the way up until the 15th of September. But eventually it had as you can see here, it's got a loss, then it had a win, then it had a win, then it had a win, and then it put me in profit. So that, as soon as the robot went into profit, okay, up here, as soon as it went into profit, and in this case it was $28, the robot stopped. And what it did was it then duplicated and made another robot. And if I look at this robot here, which was the one that was started on the 15th of September, let's have a look how that did. And again, you can see the first trade it did, it lost. Then it had a winning trade where it still shows me as a minus $4. Then it had a losing trade down here, $100 minus $104 minus $200. This one here, minus $200. That was a winning trade, but almost just sort of, as you can see, it's a sidestep. Then another losing trade, so it had a loss. Now the robot was losing at this point $304. Then it had a win, but I'm still losing $208. Then it had another win, so I'm still still down, minus $112. You can see this is the green line, the profit line. It's got to break that line before the robot stops. Here it's got minus 116. It lost again, put it to 216, had a winning trade, minus 120, had another winning trade, minus 24, had a losing trade, minus 124, then it had a winning trade, puts it in minus 28, and then it had a winning trade and puts it in profit of $68. Now, if you was doing that manually, you can guarantee that you would have lost your bottle. You know, you'd have said, "I'm getting out here because your human emotions take over." But that's the beauty of a robot. You set up a robot, you let it run. Okay. Now, obviously, you set in a stop loss. So for me, on this, my stop loss is $1,600. I'm prepared to lose $1,600. Okay. So you might have a stop loss of $16 or $10 or $20, I don't know, or $2,000. But that's the amount you're prepared to lose. So if I'm prepared to lose 1,600, I must let the robot carry on until it loses that money or it makes me a profit. You know, that's what you set stop losses for. And that's why you set profit margins. You want to make a profit. And as you can see, if I go down to some of these robots down here, you know, in August, this one here, if I look at this one here, the robot put me in a break even. You see, the price went up. The robot made a trade and it was a break even. So it didn't make or lose any money. It was just zero. So there's no point in stopping. Then it lost $100. It placed another trade and lost $100. Then it placed another trade, put it in minus $4. And then it made another trade and put me in $92 in profit. So all of these robots, this one here made one trade straight away, put me in $96 in profit. This robot here, again, one trade, put me in profit. This one here, one trade, put me in profit. This one here, as you can see, made a trade, made a loss of minus 100, made a loss of minus 200. So now the robot is minus in 200. So, you know, if you was doing that as a human, you may well have bottled out there. You know, you may lose your nerve and get out. But the robot doesn't have that human emotion. It just works on algorithms. And as you can see there, made another trade, put me in minus 104. And this one put me into a minus 8. Okay. And if I go here, minus 108. Then minus 12, and then put me in profit of plus $84. So, you know, the robot has got 1,600 to play with, and it actually used $200 of that out of that $1,600, and then it got me back the $200. So I was back to having a balance of $1,600, and then the next trade I made $84 profit. So that's how your robot works. Now I'm over the moon because this is completely automated. Once I set it up, I forget it. Now inside Zookle, the binary options robot, we got all the videos. You know, nobody can give you advice on what the perfect setting is because obviously the markets are changing all the time because this robot's got the same settings for all of it. But yet up here, it actually lost $1,072 before it got into profit of $28. Now, had you had set that robot up and that was the first time it trades, you'd be panicking, wouldn't you? You'd be really panicking to say, oh, this robot doesn't work. But, you know, if you set up a trading robot, you must have a stop loss and you must be prepared to lose that money. So I always say if you've got whatever you can afford to trade with, let's say you can afford to trade with $100, then you don't set up a robot with a stop loss of $100. You set a robot up with, say, $16 stop loss. Okay, and then instead of you placing, like I'm placing, $100 trades, you would place dollar trades. So let me show you another account to what I mean. And so here we are in another account. Okay. And so here I'm trading here with $2, starting with $2. And as you can see here, the first trade is $1. So let's have a look at the $1. It's made 92 cents. Okay. And I've got a trading budget of $16. So you don't have to have a big budget to make the money. Okay. But what you need to make sure that you've got enough stop loss in, enough budget to allow the robot to trade, because there's no point you saying, well, I've only got $1 to trade with. and it's going to do one trade and it loses. You know, you might be lucky and it does one trade and it wins. So you need to give it time for the robot to do its job. So if I look at this one, so as you can see, the profit margins up here, this dotted green line, the 0 is where it starts. It makes a trade, and at that point, it's minus $1. Okay, now I've got a stop loss of $16, so it would stop completely if it lost that $16 and it would stop. So I know I'm not going to lose any more than the $16. Then the next trade, it was a winning trade, but put me in a minus of 4 cents. Okay, and then the robot did the next trade and it put me in a profit of 92 cents. So there's some trades here. There's one here. Look, if I look at this one here, it was done on the 4th of September. Same settings as I've got on the other account that I showed you, but it's different amounts of money that you're trading with. Here I'm trading with first trade of $2 and got a budget of $32. Okay, so if I look at this, as you can see, it lost it one, it lost it one. It's doing a lot of zigzagging, okay? But the most it lost, if I close that, the most it lost was $21 out of the 32. So it's nearly used up all the budget, the stop loss budget. But then what it did is, because it's got no human emotions, it just carries on reading the charts, and if all the ducks are in a row, it places the trade. Now, nothing's guaranteed that it's going to win. You know, it can't predict the future. It can only read the charts with the algorithms we've got in place. And if the algorithm is right and the conditions are right and it makes the trade, it can get a win, but it can also get a loss. That's why you must be, with binary options, you must set your stop loss and you must be prepared to lose that, okay? And as I say again, if you've got $100 that you want to trade with, then don't set one robot up with $100. Do $16, the budget, and do $1 trades and let the robot run and slowly build up like that. You will get some losses. It's obvious you're going to get some losses. But, you know, what you want to make sure that when you are setting up a binary options robot and you're trading with money you can afford to lose. It's not going to affect your life. Obviously, you don't want to lose it. And as you can see, I've not lost it. But, you know, if I did lose $32, it's not going to affect my life. If I did lose $1,600, which I showed you in the other account, it's not going to affect my life. Okay, so that's the binary options robot. If you're interested to getting started, then leave me a comment below and I'll send you a link. Or of course, I'm sure you'll find a link from another member that will probably make a comment under this video as well. You can join under them. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to, I'll be totally honest with you. If you do come and join the binary options, I'm not going to go and teach you one-on-one. We've got all the training videos, so it's probably better if you sign under somebody else, let them give you the information and they can guide you through and show you where the how to set your robot up. But we've got videos that do all that for you, that help you to do all that. But, you know, everybody's settings can be different. You know, you choose. If I tell you my settings today, they might not work for you tomorrow, if that makes sense, you know, because obviously in today's world or in any time, the marketing, you know, trading is done on the what's going on in the world and the marketing conditions, you know, prices rise and fall based on what's happening in the world. And we're certainly in uncertain times. But as you can see, I'm making regular profit with my binary options robot, whether it be in this account, or whether it's in this account. You know, this one obviously I trade with bigger amounts because I want to make more money. But I wanted to do the other account with small amounts so I could show people that you can trade with, you know, $16 or $32. Okay, so if you want some more information, leave me a comment below the video, or maybe connect with somebody else that's left their link below. You have an amazing day, and I'll see you in another video. Bye now.